Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. This time, we are just going to be doing a little bit of the seasonal archive thing. We're going to be doing the Rising 2025. So let's get right into it. Adventurous Ambition. The Wandering Minstrel is in search for inspiration. This quest is available for a limited time only. Well, now, if that isn't my adventurer friend Claire, it could only be a blessing from the Navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I've been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform for this Rising. I have in mind to speak with the locals for the tales, which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? I'm truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those who lost in the calamity even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there's no better place to talk than Limsel Mensa than the drowning winch. Let us first seek out the barkeep Baderon and see if he has aught of interest to share. Oh, come on! What's the harm? What's the harm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the harm. I ain't let one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Richa? There's a place I need to go to. The problem is the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone what's clearly unprepared head out there and they end up hurting worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it causes the guild's reputation, so you can forget about signing up until you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? It comes with age, lass. Now run and get yourself home. Is everything well? Sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I couldn't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but you reckon you keep an eye on Richa? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. The time of the Rising seems to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I mean, you're dead. Now, the nearest city is access to the Temple Gate, over by the Aft Castle. I suggest you begin talking to Calandril, the sentry yonder. Okay, let's run over there real quick. Now this one may be a little bit more blitzed out than the other ones I've done in the past, only because the video itself that I originally had got corrupted, and I'm kind of running on a tight time schedule right now, and I've got to get this. I've got to get this out there. Flandra. Lions of Lenosia await you on the other side of Tempest Gate. I bought her on behest, you say? As it happens, the girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Makote peddler, so at a glance one might think of a parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade a yo-yo outside, and I expect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. Right over here. Well, now, if isn't a good minstrel and our lady helper. Pleasure to see the two of you again. What brings you here today? So Bodron sent you after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Richard, was it, dearie? Even without others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it you want to do so badly you risk your life like this? There's something I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous, I have to go. We understand you have your reasons, Richard. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you'd be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. But I don't have any money. And what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? Why, our friend here, of course. You can count on me. I shall be glad to produce suitable recompense in richest stead. While part of me hopes this will lead to inspiration for a song, above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You'll really help me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. You gotta give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with her exactly what you need, and she'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Neosia. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. But that's gotta be nonsense, and I don't want to prove it. Of the two lighthouses in the area, Osharn's Torch is the only one that civilians can still get to. I don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's a side of a skirmish, anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more home with blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. Okay. So, what's your name, adventurer? Clara Dauphin. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Osharn's Torch and see if the rumor about the ghost is true. Recha is champing at the bit to set forth. Are you ready to go, Claire? Much I'd like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wrench to apprise Bodron of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards of what you learned and felt will bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right, to begin with, how about we head west of the Madman Bridge? It'd give Richa a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin. The adventure begin. How about we just... This is gonna be a speed event. Look, a river. And there's some sort of strange animal. We sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I think you've never been. Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice and I have lots of fun. It'd be Lilliman Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you weren't aware. Fine place by all accounts. If that's where Rich is from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let them think she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Oshan's embrace. Up this here hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. And we'll go this way. Wow, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. The bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Lamensons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Claire? Do you like being an adventurer? I wouldn't want it to be anything else. That's what I thought. When I grow up, I hope I'll do what I'd like as well. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone and... I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Rich has got something she needs to get off her chest. In wanting to verify the rumor, perhaps she... but there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. That there's Orson's torch. One of the two lighthouses there with a name for your gods. Lighthouse keeper is a bloke named Rosina. You can ask him about the ghost and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper. So about the reason I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You can't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. Aye. But a part of me wishes that the rumor is true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. And we fly over to the White House. Whoa, that sea's frozen a splash. Amazing. This area was hit hard by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Dollywood came crashing down yonder. It caused Aether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once. At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then, and I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother. And Rust. Well, now, if it ain't guess, what brings you to the torch? Ghost during the rising. For all my years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Maybe somebody mistook me or some laundry for a specter. So father and mother weren't ghosts after all. I must say, it surprises me we're Toa's little girl here. Your parents showed me the rope when I was starting out as a keeper. They had charge of old Lilliman's ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. Dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers and grizzled ones like that just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Lisbon Mensa during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. How did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Littleman's ring. They built a breakwater using anything and everything they had on hand, but in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted to search and rescue operations. I joined in on the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. I know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see. They really were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish that they were still here. This is just a thought, but how would you like to stay at night and hear more about your folks? It'll only be the mundane everyday things, but what I know I'd be glad to share with you. I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Ba 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 ba. Good morning, Claire. I got up early to look at the lighthouse where my mother and father used to be. For the longest time, I felt as though they had abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time, so I asked them why they had to go, and to tell them that I missed them. I don't understand how you feel. In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others. Like them and like you. So thank you for bringing me here. Alright, Richard. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothea won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the Mistral, I expect. In which case, a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it Richard gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh? Be seeing you, Claire. Okay, now we're gonna rush over to where the minstrel is, and we'll finish off the rising. Yeah. Welcome back, my friend. Was young Richard able to find out what she sought? So her true purpose was to see if ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. And as there are so many tales out there, it's impossible for us to know every single one. But a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most. Such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Claire. Not only for granting Richard's wish, but providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? Yes, it comes to me. A verse for all who strive onwards, to this day and every day. Wow. Greetings, Warrior of Light. It's the world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years, we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as it surely does today. The most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I've been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back on the path we walked so that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems I too have grown. To learn from success and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. This is what I resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more to continue having you at our side for the road ahead. And I pray that, upon this journey of life that we honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Shine. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. The world shall yet endure. And as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have the occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy. As a token of my gratitude, I dedicate this song. Song of Journeys Fulfilling. In gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy, the flames of life their warmth impart to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, Richa, and Ioyo will give rise to many more tales. To a great many more tales. Dang. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you gather shall ever be your strength. A beacon to light your way in the darkness. Boom. Fireworks were pretty. I was surprised the Riser wasn't in Ul'dah this time around, but... Let's wind up Galul Jaja. It watches your progress with great interest. Alrighty. And that was... The Rising 2025. We got a achievement called Delightful Dozen. That's a nice little... That is a nice little... It was a nice little event this time around. And now we got the Wandering Missile just chilling over here with all the minions playing his lute. The Rising is an occasion to remember the past while looking forward to the future. Many take the road in solemn reflection, and should you have the time to spare, I'd be happy you'd like to do the same. So yeah, that was the Rising 2025, y'all. But we're gonna end it here. If you liked what you saw here today, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It would help the channel get out there quite a bit. But other than my usual shilling, I will catch you all later. Peace out.